As usual, we'll go through some Vaughan listings, some Vaughan solds to keep you guys in the loop. But this is also going to be a tiny market update, a little bit talking about pre-construction because that's where the opportunity is right now for me personally. That I think, and then just high level stuff, right? So last couple months, it's no secret with the Trump tariffs, and then obviously people waiting for the election. The market was a little bit slower than usual, right? So what that had happened to property was it would sit on the market a little bit longer, et cetera, et cetera. Right. So what we forecasted and what we're already seeing come to fruition is after these elections, because everyone we talk to is basically saying, look, we want to wait for the election. We want to see who's going to be in power because I feel like that's going to affect the market. In the grand scheme of things, with the election, no matter who you voted for, it's not gonna affect it much in terms of what's going to happen. Now that the election is done, what's going to happen? And again, we're already seeing it because we have 71 listings on the market, and a telltale sign of if the market's picking up is our marketing efforts having showings pick up, right? If we have a property on the market and on average it experiences two showings a week, three showings a week, and then it goes from 3 to 8 to 9 in a week, that's a sign that the market's picking up, right? So now that the election is done, what it does is it gives us the market some clarity, it gives us some certainty, and buyers slowly but surely start to get out there, right? So activity on listings has picked up. Sales transactions have already picked up even a couple days before. We're already seeing it. And just in terms of our phone ringing, because buyers like yourselves are getting excited. They want to get out there because they know what's coming now that there's more confidence. That's picking up as well, right? So now that the election's done, a lot more clarity, a lot more certainty moving forward, especially based on seasonality. This time of the year gets very, very busy. That mixed in with future forecasts of rate cuts at the next two announcements, it's going to pick up, right? The market's going to pick up on the just in general. It's going to pick up, and what that means is if there's ever an opportunity to get out there and get a good deal, it's now, right? It's in between now and the next couple months, right? So that's high level stuff on the market. Inflation is expected to potentially go up a tad. The main contributor to inflation being down was gas prices, but should tick up a little bit. The reason we didn't cut at the last announcement was number one, to maintain inflation and also to maintain future concerns with rising inflation, and then also to manage the Trump tariffs accordingly, right? So now that election's done, inflation's pretty much under control. It's where we want it to be. And the Trump tariff conversation is slowly dwindling. They're eventually going to have to come to a conclusion with that. There's a lot of confidence moving forward. Now, talking about the market, first thing I'm going to talk about, this will be probably a 10-15 minute video just to give you a heads up. First thing I'm going to talk about is pre-construction. The reason you want to buy pre-construction now is because it's the complete opposite environment from a couple of years ago. A couple of years ago, you buying pre-construction, you were buying with rates down here at 1 and prices up here. Right now, a couple of years later, it's the complete opposite. Rates are here, and over the next couple of years, as this building is being built, we can very likely assume rates will trickle down. As rates come down, buyers get more borrowing power. They get out there, they transact, and that puts upward pressure on price. Right? That mixed in with the speed in which we build, lack of available land. Again, it doesn't matter who is in power now. We're severely undersupplied with housing, and that's going to put upward pressure on price over time. So, long story short, prices very likely should continue up in the next couple of years. And you, as an investor, that presents you an opportunity to make some money, right? So, pre-construction right now, top projects at a very high level. Number one is 8 Temple in Liberty Village. This is the best project in Toronto by far in terms of long-term appreciation. Very strong developer, curated developments, 10-minute walk to the water, 10-minute walk to all the bars and restaurants in Liberty Village. So location is second to none. Walking distance to the BMO soccer field. Location is second to none, right? Second to none. Next up, well, actually going back to A Temple, very unique property because it's a very unique developer. This developer is very focused. They only do one property every 2 years, and they do it exceptionally well. Very unique amenities. It's going to be the only building in Toronto that has a pickleball court on the roof. It's going to have an outdoor theater, indoor-outdoor gym, pet spa, sky lounge, crazy amenities. Not that that's going to be the main reason that someone purchases, but you're purchasing because of the location, the price, the deposit structure, and the long-term appreciation and future growth of the project. Another thing is it's a boutique building. I like boutique buildings because they tend to hold their value a lot better because there's less people, less wear and tear in the amenities. Okay. So A Temple, that's number one by far. If you're looking to buy anything in Toronto, that's what I would do in terms of future appreciation. And also just in terms of making your life easy with the down payment. You get to spread it out over the next couple of years. Number two, Rebecca Condos in Hamilton. If you don't want to buy in the GTA and you want to take advantage of purchasing somewhere outside of the GTA, but that's still close enough to benefit from the appreciation of being close to Toronto, it's Rebecca Condos. So again, super strong developer, Rosehaven Developments, been in business over 30 years. Their sister building is actually right next door. So if any of you are interested, if you want to go have a look, you can literally see what a finished product is. One bedrooms out there are in the low 500s, right? This is done in 2029. So this is something that you set and forget. It's built 2029, 2030, next 4 or 5 years, and you just put your money to work for you. And there's a lot of future development coming to Hamilton at a very high level. I'll sum it up for the sake of the video. Billions being dollars in being invested into the infrastructure, into the LRT development, entertainment district, and the waterfront development. So it's going to be completely revitalized. We have Mohawk College out there, McMaster University. So Hamilton is good for a lot of reasons, and the future development is going to help the appreciation. Last point on that is there's a 2-year rental guarantee. No one knows what that means. What it means is once this property closes, the builder has their own in-house property management. So they're going to find the tenant, screen the tenant, and whatever the tenant is paying, let's say they're paying 2,500 at the time for a one bedroom in the next 5 years, they're going to top it up and they're going to pay us $3,000 a month for a one bedroom, all the way up to $4,000 a month for a two bedroom, regardless of where the rental market is. So at that point, after the 2 years, as an investor, you can either sell, make your money, or you hold it, you put your own tenant in there, and we go from there. Okay, so Rebecca Condos by Hamilton, another really, really, really good opportunity where you can take advantage of a lower purchase price, extended deposit structure, future appreciation, and also a rental guarantee, which is like unheard of. It's only oh, brain fart. I got a text message. They're only able to do it because of the magnitude of the bit like the builder. The builder's just you have to be a big builder with big pockets to be able to do something like that, and Rosehaven is that builder. Lastly, Boulevard Q, Queensway and Islington. This is where I purchased as well. Super close to Toronto. In terms of price per square foot, under 1,100 per square foot. Proximity to Toronto, 15, 20 minutes away. Right, so you have the ability to purchase downtown Toronto real estate without having to pay that premium. Extended deposit structure, and some project guys, there's some wicked incentives in terms of money off the purchase price. Just shoot me an email separately. I can always provide you some info. That's pre-con for you. Those are our top 3 projects. We only talk about 1 to 3 projects a year. Why? Because we want to talk about projects that we love, we would purchase, we've purchased, or a family member has purchased, right? Because we pride ourselves on, again, only selling products that we love and we believe in, and these are them. Okay. Any questions at all about pre-con? Shoot me a message. We can always have a chat. My face might disappear on these next 5-10 minutes. I'm going to go through some Vaughan solds just to give you an idea, as always. See if I can move my face, not grab the listing. Can I move my face? Yeah, I can move my face. Okay. So we'll start with Vaughan condos at a very high level. 1 bed, 1 bath condos starting mid fours. Don't get too excited. There's no parking. There's no parking included. So parking resale is going to be about 25,000. Okay. So just to give you an idea, 1 bed, 1 bath condos in the fours. This one, 9245 Jane Street, sold at 505. It's an older building, almost 15, 20 years old. So keep that in mind. With older buildings comes higher maintenance fees. Also, the older the building, going back to pre-con, why you want to buy something brand new, the older the building, the higher the maintenance fees, and the slower they start to appreciate. Right? If I buy a 15-year-old building in Toronto that the maintenance fees are already $700 a month, as opposed to a brand new product pre-construction, that brand new product is very likely going to appreciate and make you more money long term, just because it's the newest product on the block. The maintenance fees are still, relatively low, under control. And yes, you're going to pay a premium for that, but again, it's a brand new product, right? Continuing with the condos, 1 bed, 1 bath, hovering around 520. Buttermill, 528, 2 bed, 2 bath. Again, no parking. Don't get too excited. Vaughan has a ton of development coming. The whole South AMC area, Jane and Highway 7, if you know, the Colossus AMC area. Menke's pretty much owns the whole piece of land there. So they're putting up 10, 15 new buildings. I think it was 11 actually, 11 new buildings, and they're building a 26,000 square foot grocery store. Everything's going to be connected underground to the subway as well, which is very cool. So again, if you're looking for a condo in Vaughan, this is just to give you an idea. You're hovering in the 500s for a good product. You're hovering in the 500s, right? You have 9,000 Jane. That's Charisma. That's a brand new building. 1 plus 10, 600 square feet, 610, right? Brand new product, newer building. It's going to sell at a premium. We'll go to townhomes now. Is my face coming back? My face came back. Okay, cool. So looking at townhomes, this is Kipling and Steele's. First time buyers, if you're looking for a townhome, a freehold townhome, I always recommend this area. Nice modern looking towns. Yes, they have a little bit more stairs than you would want if you want a traditional town, but it is what it is. If you want a freehold townhouse in Vaughan, you're going to be looking at 900,000, for example, right? Like you see this 64 Roseheath, 3 bed, 2 bath. Funny enough, I showed this property. In terms of the finishes, not the best, and it sold for 927. 39 Craddock, I showed this as well. List and it sold for 918,000. At a very high level, if you're looking for a freehold town in Vaughan, anything 950 and below, it's going to be a gut. You're going to need to invest 50 to $100,000 in the finishes to make it nice. Okay, 33 Piazza, decent finishes. Again, not the best. Gonna need some work. And then we're eventually gonna get to the 1 million mark. 11 Hamer, 1,035,000. Funny enough, this is down the street from me. And then a decent townhome, nice finishes. You're starting at 1-1. So just at a very high level, just to give you guys an idea. 1-1. Nice modern looking towns. 1-120. Right. We'll go to detached just for the sake of the time of the video. Detached, pretty much call it $1 million. And again, finishes aren't going to be the best. You know, gonna be a full gut. 1-1, 1-1-6-5 in Woodbridge. 15 Jackman, 1.2, not the best finishes. But high level, you can get probably 1-2-1-3. Yeah, you can get a decent, smaller detached, probably 1,500 square feet ish, for about like high 1.2s, low 1.3s right now. So even if you're looking at upsize, the gap to move up has never been smaller, right? So if you guys have any questions at all in terms of getting an evaluation for your home, shoot me a message. If you're looking for anything particular in Vaughan or anywhere in the GTA, let me know. I always do these Vaughan videos because I live in Vaughan. I do sort of my business in Vaughan, but I sell everywhere. People sell from Peterborough to London to Collingwood to St. Catharines, everywhere. I've had people message me sometimes and say, "Hey, I don't know if you'd want to take this on because it's in Aurelia and we want to take it on. I'd love to take it on because we work everywhere." So I'll just to make that clear. But just to sum up the video, tons of opportunity right now. If you're a buyer, pre-construction is my top priority by far. 8 Temple, one of the best projects in Toronto. Hamilton, Rebecca Condos, Queensway Islington. If you're selling right now, you need to be priced properly, and you need to be working with a good agent who's going to be investing in the listing to get eyes on the property and to showcase it in the best way possible. If you want an evaluation, again, shoot me an email. We'd love to have a conversation. And that's that. We'll wrap it up there, and we'll see you guys next time. Any questions at all, shoot me a message.